What's up, y'all? It's your boy Todd Gurley. I'm on Rebuilding the Beast with Festus Ezeli, and it's just like that. Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to Rebuilding the Beast. I'm your host, Festus Ezeli, NBA player turned podcast host. And on this show, I'm going to have a lot of my inspiring friends come on to share with you their rebuilding journeys. I hope you can take the tips from their lives and apply it to your life as well. Oh, and don't forget to hit subscribe, like, comment, share with a friend. All the things. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Now, man, my boy, my guy, my dog. Yo, welcome, man.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. You know, like, the coolest thing about this show is we get to show the human sides of everybody. It's like we tell stories of people's lives, and we don't talk football, but
yeah,
I want to talk about your life. I want to talk about you, dog, because over the time
just
we
like
got
a whole
to
journey.
Yeah,
got you.
Over the time we got to know each other, I'm like, man, this dude is cool as hell. Just humble, the way you think about life, the way you, everything, man. People got to know this part about you, man. We know the swaggy part about you, but we got to know the other part, man, that you know, where you came from, all that. So, you know, we going to go back. We're going to rebuild.
Back?
Yeah, man. Let's go all the way back. Where you want us to start from? Baltimore or North Carolina?
Yeah, I mean, you can start from where I started from, man. Yeah, from born to where I was raised to where I went to school. So, yeah, we can take it all the way back.
All right.
Just came back from Baltimore the other day, too. Had a little visit.
It was good to be home?
Yeah,
Does it feel
cool,
like home?
Man. I got to see my aunt, you know what I'm saying? So, it was, like, cool to see both of my aunts. And I was like, all right, you know, I ain't seen them in a while.
Yeah.
You know, I used to go back and kind of remind you, like, I got a good memory. So I'm like, oh yeah, they still got this spot here. You know, McDonald's over here, Wendy's over here. I'm like, Chinese spot over there. So,
wait, so
that felt good.
It hasn't changed though?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, the gentrification thing, but it's just like, you know, everything really stays.
Yeah.
Things change. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everything stays the same except for the cars on the road and maybe a couple restaurants here and there. But when you talk about franchises like, you know, CVS, Walgreens, McDonald's, like, those are still going to be right there. Like, they're not going anywhere. So, it was cool, though, man. You know, it was cool.
So
got me some crab cakes.
Crab cakes? Where at?
Fire. Shout out my people at Jimmy's Seafood. They came and dropped it off to me at the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, they show love.
That's love,
They
man.
show real love.
All right. So, football. Tuck me into how this came into your life.
Yeah.
What's childhood like? Were you an athlete growing up? Talk to me, man.
All right. So football, I don't know when I started. I probably started around 5, 6 years old. Just playing because everybody else was playing. Like, that's the thing to do in the neighborhood. So just really started Pop Warner, where I started at, like, Turner Station Vikings when I was back in the 90s.
Shout out.
And then what's funny is when I went to high school, my team was the Vikings too. So, I mean, I started off, I always played defense. That's the funny thing. Like, I always played defense. Like, I get my chance on offense here and there.
Yeah.
But, like, I always, like, since I started playing football up until my sophomore year in high school, like, I always played defense. So I never thought I would, like, ever be a running back. You know, like, you always waiting on that opportunity. And then one day, you don't really give up, but you just, like, you start being realistic, like, well, shit, maybe I'm going to just stick to defense and kind of that opportunity. We'll talk about that later, too.
Yeah.
But, all right, so, yeah, I'm in Baltimore. I'm staying in I think we're in, like, Turner Station. And, you know, I played defense. So I would move to North Carolina, me, my mom. I got 3 brothers, 1 sister. So, you know, me and my family, my mom just moved us down to North Carolina one day. And, like, we was just down there just, like, trying to figure it out for, like, the first couple of weeks. And then I didn't play football for, like, 2-3 years. Like, I was just chilling. So it's funny, like, talking about it now because my high school team, they just won a state championship. So I went to the game, like, 2 weeks ago. And the dude I used to know back in my neighborhood that got me back into playing football when I moved to North Carolina. I seen his dad the other day. And, you know, I appreciate it. I was like, hey, man, you know, appreciate those rides. Like, you know, it might not really mean nothing, but, like, you was kind of the reason I, started playing like football again, because it was just, if I ain't had no ride, I wouldn't have been able to like go to practice. I was always that kid like getting rides by everybody. Like, how
I was just about to ask you
how
about
they
that.
say like it take a village, to raise a child. Like it really do. Like you really do need help from others. And there's people just doing it like just off the the love, and because their son was in the neighborhood that I stayed in, and his son was already going to practice. So just that's why I always harp man, trying to be, especially black people, just trying to be in our kids' lives, or try to do as much as we can, even if they like nieces and nephews, because it's hard out here. Like the parents got to work, they might not have an opportunity to take their kids to school, and the activities, or get them to the dance class, get them in the sports, like anything active, and that stuff costs too. It's whatever, like 25. It's 2021, so it might be $100 just to play rec ball. I remember, when I played, it was $25, and like the rules then was like, even if you suck, like you still had to, get a little bit of playing time. So what you said, I actually meant to ask you that, because when I started playing, when I came to America, there was a guy I met, random off the, kind of off the street. He was walking through the school, and he saw me, big kid. I tried to play basketball when I came from Africa. I didn't make it, right? I was clumsy. I didn't know what I was doing. Coach was like, yo, it's too late. He's 15 years old. Like, it's too late, right? But this guy see me, and he saw me, and at this point in my life, he was like, nah, I got you. Come play on my AAU team. And at this point, he didn't know any better. And I'm like, I'm even trying to talk him out of it. Like, yo, hey, man, I'm not good, bro. It's not. He was like, nah, I got you. First basket I scored against my own team, bro. First basket. And it's like, oh, man, we got a project on our hands. But he kept taking me. He took me to my first, like, workout. He took me to my first, everything, my practices, everything. He was just there with me like a father figure for me. Was it what this guy was like for you? Is there anybody like that for you in your life, too? Really, like I said, just like, let me see. Take me back. I was like my brother, my dad. My dad was always there. But you always got that one coach, that always kind of just, strive, make you strive for greatness. Because you don't see it in yourself as a kid. Like, you're a kid, especially if you don't have, like, neighborhood role models. Because a lot of people come from communities sometimes where they can look up to someone, prior to them back in the days. So for me, it was like, I remember when I met my coach, and he was my physics teacher. Coach Jenkins, he was our basketball coach. Man, dude, hey, used to get on and stay on everybody, like everybody in the school, even people that don't even like play sports. He like always on you. So that's always a good, a good thing and a bad thing. But for kids, like we need that discipline, because I tell kids all the time now, it's like, man, high school is kind of one of those, it's really like the most important time of your life. It kind of really dictates, like, yes, you can always do something and go back, but like, to start early, especially, man, like I say, like I always refer back to, because this is what I can speak on, like black kids, especially like in the hood, like coming up in America, like, bro, it's super hard. So like, and I don't think we sometimes get it, but everybody figure out the bigger picture sometimes later in life, which is sometimes too late. But that's why we try to do the stuff we do, like in the communities now. So just having like a guy like Coach Jenkins was just like always on. It's like, what's your grades look like? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can try to finesse your parents here and there. You may get away with it, but like the teachers, they really at the school like every day, so they like know what's going on. So just to be able to have a guy like that, like real, and a guy who went to East Carolina, played sports, but then also like graduated. And yeah, he might have been back in his hometown, but he was inspiring like kids like myself, and all other kids that he helped out, and really just doing it off the the love, and just really just genuine, and still a good dude. He goes over to Haiti every year, and just try to bring anything over there. You try to donate anybody to just donate some money, whatever it is, donate some cleats, some T-shirts, like anything, and he just brings it over there. He try to go over there every year because those kids don't, they don't have the benefits that we do over here in the U.S. So just like seeing him do stuff like that, it just, you don't get it as a kid because you just trying to, selfishly make it on your own. But, once you kind of do the sports level and come back, like you always kind of see that bigger picture of what people was doing.
When he's doing these things, I think he's getting it in your brain subconscious too. Like you're watching how a person should be. You know, you might not be the person yet as a kid. You're still trying to figure life out, but you're looking at this person like, yo, it's kind of like a father figure.
Nah, for sure. Like good dude too. Yeah, solid.
Tell me about childhood.
Man, childhood was fun, bro. Like my whole childhood was fun. Like somebody was like, man, I was like, bro, I can't complain about my life. Like everything was good. I did stuff I wasn't supposed to do, and I did stuff that I was supposed to do. But, excuse me, like it was all fun, man. It was all fun.
Siblings?
Yeah, like I was the youngest growing up in the house. My sister, she was older than me, and then my other brother Shannon, and then my oldest brother, Princeton, and then I got my youngest brother Tariq too. This dude bigger than me, like 15. Size 15, but like he's just super smart, like good kid, man, do all the right things. But growing up, man, like it was fun, bro. We was outside, we was active. It was just super cool, just doing stuff in the neighborhood, riding bikes, doing stupid stuff. But like, it was just fun though.
So so you played a bunch of sports?
I played a bunch of sports. Once I got to middle school. Like I tried out in middle school. Our middle school was 7th and 8th grade. Mm-hmm. And then obviously our high school, 9th through 12th. So, but you couldn't try out. Yeah, you couldn't play. I know some schools, middle schools had 6th through 8th. Mm-hmm. So you couldn't.
I didn't grow up here, so my
couldn't play
different.
Sports. You couldn't play sports till your 7th and your 8th grade year. So I made a team, my football team, my 7th grade year. Mm-hmm. I started I think I was like played at corner or whatever, and then I did like kick return. And
did you like it? You liked playing football at the time?
Oh yeah, it was cool.
Playing with your homies?
These was like my new friends. So all of these people was like, I'm probably just in Tallboro. So when I first moved, I was in Rocky Mount, and then I moved like 15 minutes down the road to Edgecombe County to Tallboro, and like that's when I went to 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So I'm just, getting a feel for everyone. Yeah. And this is the reason why I say, like, most little town schools, high schools win state championships, because the city schools, once everybody kind of get, to high school, you got to spread out just because of your jurisdiction. But, your middle school, you go from little league to middle school to high school. Like, you had this camaraderie where, like, you all play together. From a young age, and that stuff really matters. You know that just by winning championships and being able to put pieces together. Like people don't see the bad times you had in the little league or middle school. They only, they always see the championships. But you got to start somewhere, man.
Yeah. So you ended up going to Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia.
But I'm trying to figure out how did you go from picking up football in the 7th grade, 8th grade, and then being good enough to play at University of Georgia?
Nah, like I said, the thing was, like, I always been an athlete, like, and I always played football. What's funny is, like, another story, like, every football player want to play basketball. So my 9th grade year, I really had kind of got tired of football. I was playing football like my whole life. I was like, my 7th grade year, I didn't make the basketball team, the middle school basketball team. My 7th grade year, I didn't make the baseball team. My 8th grade year, I made it.
Damn, it was competitive like that?
What?
Like, you didn't make the teams. Was it that competitive?
I mean, there's only 15 people.
Got you.
And this when everybody was trying out. Like, I don't know how it is now, but like everybody was trying out. So I made the team my 8th grade in my 8th grade year for baseball, football, and basketball. So, like you want to try it out. So I had been playing football my whole life. So I'm like, man, I'm about to just try to focus on basketball. So this is my 9th grade year. I go out to practice. You know, I know these my boys now. I'm doing some work after school. I go out to practice just to catch a ride. This like the middle of the season.
Okay.
And in high school. And I'm just trying to catch a ride by one of the homies after practice. Next thing I know, I got talked into coming back to play football. It's midway through the season. I think my number was like 84. I was playing like defensive end and like I might have been defensive end, a linebacker, and then I was like the 3rd string quarterback. So this is like my 9th grade year. But we lit though. We winning. You know what I'm saying? We're going undefeated.
So if it wasn't for that dude talking to you into playing football again, you would have this wouldn't happen.
I don't know. I probably would have ended up playing. Cause like I said, I wasn't playing, so you know, all your boys at practice, like you ain't got nobody to hang with. So I just really wanted to like lock in and just try this basketball stuff out. Like, let me try this shit out, man. Let me see, like, let me see if I can make it. You know.
You had some game.
I was at the transition, like I was just trying to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I can file out like a mug.
Oh no, we know.
I can
football
file,
players.
Yeah, I can file
football
out.
players come in the gym. And you don't want to play basketball.
I done heard a couple of my players in high school. Them boys used to hate me, man. Shout out my boys, man. But so yeah, man. I mean, I went out there, and like I said, I'm still playing defense. I'm not even playing offense at this point. So my next year, my sophomore year, they're like, you know, we're gonna try you out at running back. I'm still on JV too. So I go out there and like my first carry, I take it to the crib. I'm like, I don't know how, it was probably like 60, 70 yards or whatever.
It felt natural? Felt easy?
Yeah, like I don't know, bro. I don't think too much into stuff. Like I said, I was just playing ball. Like I was just going out there. We still run the same, like we won states. We probably went to states like 4 times when I was in high school. Our offense, we ran the same exact offense that they do now. And people still don't know how to stop it.
Hey man, it works.
I'm just like, y'all don't know how to stop this yet. But you know, we got some athletes. But yeah, it just felt natural. But yeah, after that I just had fun growing up, bro. Like I wasn't really, people be kind of worried about the wrong stuff. Like we just having fun. Like, you know, if football work out, you know it does, but and that's what's so crazy, like how my mind is now to how I was thinking back in the days. It was just so small, like just really just, you know, setting myself like in a box.
But this is kind of some of the stuff we talked about too, is just the fact that like part of you making it was because you never put any pressure on yourself. It was like, yo, just about getting better, having fun.
Bro, yeah. And everything just really just fell into my lap. Like, just from the grace of God, really hard work. But I say everybody work hard. It's not like this man not working hard or he's not working hard. Like, this athlete's not working hard. Like, sometimes, you put in the work and you know you want your work to speak for itself. But I feel like some people, man, is just like, they just get super blessed. You know, it's sometimes like I'll run the ball, you know, get in the game, run the ball, score a touchdown. And sometimes, the next man will get in. But I feel like I'm not doing anything different. It's just, I don't know, you know, it's just crazy, man. So I just kind of just always kept it like that and just, I don't know, man, show love to people, have fun, balled out, and then like really try to like take it to the next level.
How did you pick schools?
How did I pick schools?
You had a bunch of schools after you? What were other schools that you were looking at as well? You remember?
Man, I had like I had really most of the in-state schools, you know, like a Auburn. I had a lot of late offers, but really came down to like Georgia.
I don't know how football works. So why would they give you late offers? Like they had other people they were looking at? Or were you a late bloomer?
Yeah, late bloomer.
Late bloomer. Okay.
And man, it's crazy too. Like, shout out my man's Keith Marshall. He played at Millbrook in North Carolina.
Okay.
So he was the number 1 running back in North Carolina. You know, my year. So really, it was because of him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was the number 1 guy in my state. So I think my coach, he went to a high school or whatever. And then Coach McClendon, that's my man to the day, he was my running back coach. And he was like, yeah, I'm about to go see Keith Marshall, you know, down there in Millbrook. And then a coach, he kind of like put my name in there. He was like, man, you need to go check out that guy in, you know, Tallboro too. And he said he like showed him my highlight, and then he just called me like
that's crazy,
right away,
man.
Or the next day. So I'm like, man, shout out my man's Keith. Like, if he wasn't even, you know the guy like he was the man in high school, like number 1 running back. So like, I'm like, man, I might have never I would have never even got an offer if it probably wasn't for him. You know what I'm saying? Just like, to be real. And
so he was the one that shouted you out. So Keith did.
No, Keith was just. It's just crazy. He was just the number 1 running back, but he was in North Carolina. I played in North Carolina too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, I'm saying like, that's just like if they like Festus. You know what I'm saying? Like, name one of your teammates.
Who, Clay?
Yeah, Clay.
Yeah.
So if Clay was in Sacramento area and he was like the number one player in Sacramento, but they coming to see Clay. You know, Vandy, they coming to see Clay, but then, you know, one of the coaches like, hey, you need to check out that Festus guy too, man. He's lit. But if that coach would have never been there if it wasn't for Clay. You get what I'm saying?
That's how it was for me as well.
Yeah, like, so it's like
my AAU team, they came to watch my brother, man, Elston Turner. And he was the guy. He was our scorer. But then they see that kid, and then they see, who's this other big kid? Where'd he come from?
Yeah.
And I'm blocking shots. I'm rebounding. I'm dunking crazy. And they're like, who is that? And then from there, it's just so you always need that one person. Like, when you say it's by God's grace, it's not by our, because we all play hard. Yeah. That's a real thing, man.
And so he went to Georgia. I went to Georgia. We both went to Georgia.
Oh,
we was roommates. You know,
y'all play the same position?
Yep, same position. Yeah, like, it was cool. We had a little nickname, and when we was there, we was like, we came in ready. We was turned up too. Yeah, like it was fun, man. It was lit. And like, Keith a good dude too. He's solid. So, you know, and he my man. He's from North Carolina, so it's just crazy. And it's funny, like, I stay around the corner, like where he grew up.
Oh,
and it's just like, you know, I'm from Tallboro, so I'm like, I got a crib in Raleigh now, you know, so it's like, it's just cool.
So it wasn't a rivalry. You go to college and you're playing at Georgia, and now it's a big. How old were they when you got there?
17.
Number 17 in the country?
Oh, what?
How were they doing when you got to school? How was the school?
They was already, you know, Georgia. They be like top 10 every year or whatever.
You know, Vanderbilt, we're somewhere around there.
Vandy. We're the same conference. Y'all beat us though one time. I wasn't playing though. Yeah, your boy wasn't playing.
That's fine. We got the win.
Yeah, y'all won. Y'all won.
All right, SEC love. So you go to college. You go from North Carolina to playing in Georgia. How many fans is that? What? Because y'all came to Vandy crazy. When you guys played at our school, it was insane. The whole stadium was all red. So I already know over there it's crazy.
Y'all stadium don't even fit that many people though, bro.
Come on, man. This is not a Vandy basketball.
I know, but I'm just saying. Shout out my man John. He went to Vegas. He went to Vandy, but like,
how many fans y'all have?
We have 92.
God,
we can get to like 96.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So tell me
every time what's crazy. Every time I go out to the stadium, like before I play, and I've just been doing it since Georgia, because I remember like going out and seeing that crowd, like my first game, and then that's why I do this every game. Like, I just look up and just be like, thank God. You know what I'm saying? Like, this just is crazy. Like, you go from
90,000?
Yeah, 90+ thousand. So when you see that, man, and you like, in football, man, like people just love sports. Not only sports, like it's different in the NFL. Yeah, you have fans, but like college, like you know it, man. People have kids and don't even let their kids, you know, their first
Support
outfit. Their first outfit is a Georgia onesie or a hat. You know, they showing them pictures and like. That's why I go back to like when we be like, well, what did you grow up liking? You like this school? Be like, because of my pops or my uncle or something like that. When you always got that like one odd person that just want to be rebellious against everybody. like a dude in there, you know, everybody going for the Lakers, but he want to go for the opposite team. So it's just like, but
90,000 people, man.
90,000.
But when you started off, so I had to do some research. So your freshman year, we got that in common too. Is that your freshman year?
You got me in here talking. I don't even be talking like this.
You don't really?
Nah. But come on,
I see you every day. You talk, man.
Yeah, but not on like the cameras and stuff. But you know, it's all love.
No, I appreciate you, dog.
Nah, for sure.
Like I want to know about. So we got this thing in common where we both played behind a guy when we got to college. Yeah. So I had my first 2 years, I was playing behind the guy, AJ Ogilvy, Australian cat, big man, super talented. He was supposed to be lottery our first year, right? Stayed a little longer, got some injuries, ended up going back to Australia. Then I got my shine. Yeah. When was your time? When did you get your first start, your first big game, whatever it is that gets you?
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, like I swear it's all God. Like I started. Let me see how should I start this. Like when I first came in, I was like fourth string, like third, fourth string, and it's just so much stuff. Like I don't want to say nobody's name, but like somebody had got, you know, that was like, you know, that dude, man, like, and he played in the league too, but he ended up getting kicked off a Georgia team, so. You know how like you gotta wait till someone get hurt to get that opportunity, or wait till something bad for somebody to get that opportunity. So, like, I don't know if I would have played or not if he was there. You know what I'm saying? Like he was solid, like good running back, and he did good in the league. So it's just like that happened. So that already put, you know, everybody that was there in a situation to, you know, be able to play. So. My first game against Buffalo, I think like my first or second carry, I like scored. Then like my first kickoff return, I like scored.
90,000 going crazy.
Then I scored like again, almost passed out at halftime because I'm just tired and hot. Like I'm doing everything I did not think I was gonna do. Like I'm running, like, you know, like I'm playing like. And it was crazy. Like I played defense and I played defense and offense, like, you know, high school. So I'm used to being on both sides of the ball. But like I'm just like, man, I'm just running. I'm just playing one thing and I'm tired. But yeah, I ended up scoring like 3 touchdowns. And the next game, like coach was like, we're gonna start you. And I guess been a starter ever since.
Wow.
Like it's just been cool, bro. Yeah, it's been like, it's love. And yeah, it's cool.
So, all right. So this is, what year is this?
It's 2021.
Oh,
what? What year? It is okay.
No, what year did you get
freshman year?
Was that your freshman year?
Yeah, my freshman year. My freshman year. My second game. My freshman year is 2012.
Okay.
2012.
And so, like, so you go from there to, when does NFL, when they start talking about NFL? Man,
bro, I'm still playing. Like, I'm just playing off the love. Just
for the game.
Yeah, like, you know, college is tough, bro. Like, college is tough. Like, you want to play sometimes. But everybody doing it. So it's like, you know, everybody having fun. Like, you getting a full-ride scholarship. It's just like, ain't nothing to complain about, man. You know, you got your own bed. You living. Like, you in college. You having fun.
Especially over there. Y'all probably get a mansion over there.
Nah, man. We get They got some nice living over there, though. It's some nice living over there. Obviously, you know, I got suspended in college, so I was you know, I was living a little bit, but that's neither here nor there.
But we actually got that in common too.
You got suspended?
So my senior year, got suspended. We're not gonna go into all our details.
Yeah.
But we both got suspended for NCAA violations.
Yeah.
But the same thing happened to you as that happened to me. Was because I took the time off.
Yeah.
I came back and when we got to practicing and stuff, I got hurt. That was the start of knee injuries. But mine was like I was practicing and somebody undercut me or something during practice and I had like tore my knee up. And I was reading your story and same thing. You tore your ACL when you came back from your suspension.
Yep.
Take me through this, bro, because I still remember, I remember the days in my mind because I'm sitting here like, because I used to think I was indestructible, dog.
Yeah.
And so this is my first injury and I'm laying there on the floor while they checking my leg. My leg is going ways it's not supposed to go. I'm like, oh man, what's about to happen? My coach is crying.
For real?
Oh man, what? We were supposed to. That year was our year.
Duke year was that year.
What you mean?
Did they win that year?
That was Kentucky won that year.
Okay, but I'm a Duke fan though. I'm an honorary Duke member. I'm my boy Coach K, man. He retiring next year.
Coach K is gone.
Shout out John Shire, man. Good dude. My boy Nolan over there.
Nolan, good people.
Yeah, great people, man. I know great people. You know great people, man.
Yeah, man.
So I came back, man. Anyway, so I'm having a good year or whatever. We winning. And my dumb self go ahead and get suspended for the violation, signing autographs or whatever. I got 4 games.
I got 6.
You got 6? Yeah, I got 4, bro. So I come back and it's like the 4th quarter. I just come in on a play, like a power play. I bounce out to like the B gap, and then I seen the guy go over the top, so I was about to cut back, and I just tore my joint. But when it happened, I kind of like chuckled because I was just like, it's just another small bump in the road.
That's what I don't understand, man.
It was just like,
how do you have this? How do you have that mentality of?
I don't know. It's always something. Sometimes it's just always something. I'm like, man, I'm like, well, here we go again. It's really kind of like, here we go again. Like, what you gonna do?
No, but other people get mad. People get mad and like, man, God, what's going on? Or they like, man, people actually go the other way. They're like, man, forget football. I'm gonna go do something else.
Yeah.
How you get that mentality of like, here we go again?
But I seen it though. But I seen, plenty of my teammates go through the same process of tearing that ACL. So, like I said, my boy Keith, my roommate, he tore his ACL. My boy Malcolm, he tore his ACL. Like, we in college. It's 125 players. Like 15, 20 people done tore their ACL. So I done seen these guys work and get back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the Adrian Peterson stories, the Jamal Charles stories, like all on YouTube. Everybody is always inspiration, man. And, you learn a lot from guys just seeing them go through stuff. So I knew I'll be able to come back, but like, it's just crazy. Just like, sometimes it's one thing after another, but that's how you get tested, man. That's how I think I, credit to myself just to be able to just stay grounded and just really just keep pushing. And like, I didn't know what,
That was also your senior year though. So it's not like it
was my junior.
That was junior?
My junior, yeah.
This was your last year.
Yeah, my last
year in college.
Yeah, for sure.
And you came out after this.
Yeah, I left. I went into the draft, and thank God, like I went.
What'd you think you were gonna go first?
I didn't think I was gonna go. I thought I was gonna go like late first round for real. Like I thought I was gonna go like late first round, and
take us through the draft process because I know the NBA draft. So y'all go to different teams to try out, or
the draft process. I tore my ACL, so I'm thinking I don't know. Like I never had surgery before. I only had one surgery in my life, and so just being able to like, I had to rehab. Like, I thought it was one of them injuries where it's like, you know, most injuries, you mess something up and you just sit in the cast. But, like,
you start like the next day.
I really had to start like the next day. I started the next day. Then I had to do my other workouts. And then I had to take, you know, visits, which was, you know, not really setting me back, but, you know, instead of
flying all over the place.
Instead of being in rehab, so I really just had to always stay on it for like 6-7 months straight. I was out in Pensacola, then at Exos and Andrews Institute, so rehabbing, and then training. So that drink was just fun though. But I had my own spot like on the beach. You know, I'm eating wings, enjoying my life. I ain't got to worry about school no more. Like, you know, got a little stipend, whatever, for your agency. So, you know, it's just a taste. Like, people understand. Like, we didn't even sign our contract until like 2-3 months after the draft. So it was fun though. So the draft was in Chicago. Like, I always wanted to go to Chicago. Like, you know, just got mad love for the city of Chicago. You know, just growing up, seeing it on TV and stuff like that. I'm like, man, I always wanted to visit Chicago. So that's where the draft was at. Took the fam, you know, my coach, and we was in the green room. Everybody in there, they all stressed out and stuff like that.
Green room was for first round picks? No, like projected first round picks?
Yeah, like first
so
and second.
you already knew. You knew you were going.
I mean, I got invited out there. I don't know, bro. I thought I was gonna go like late first round. So I'm in there chilling, joking, and laughing. Next thing I know, like hour later, I get the call like St. Louis, the Rams about to get me. I was like, man, they not about to take me, man. They not taking me. Cause you hear it all the time, like teams like, we about to trade up for you, we about to like pick you, and like they don't even be picking guys. So I ended up getting picked, man, and I was so happy.
With the 20th pick.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley.
Yeah, so
what's going through your head though? What's going through your head? Like, dude, all that stuff you told me about growing up and switching sports and all that stuff.
My draft day song was Young Thug, Got a Check. That was my song. That was my song walking on the stage. And then my second song after that was Big Sean, One Man Can Change the World.
Man.
So it was like, you know, like, yeah, I'm here. You know, that song. And then it was like, yeah, but I'm here to make a change too. And like, you know, try to make a difference in other people's lives. So it was like, and that was really before I even seen the vision that I'm already on now. But like you said, everything just really just fall in place with experience through life. So that was cool, man. Talking to Dion, you know, prime time. It really sucked after they trick you because you do like an hour of media. Like, you know, you think you're going to be with the family. They like, nope, they taking you from media for like a whole hour and a half right
That's
after.
right.
Like, damn it. Then you trying to go
celebrate
party,
with your people,
trying to go party or whatever. But then you got to get up in the morning and go travel to the team like the next day. So, but it was cool, bro. Like, it was fun. Like, just being out there with the family, like, and I'm still cool with a lot of these people, you know, that I met, you know, whether it's agency, you know, people that went with me to the draft.
Process,
you know, these first round draft picks, even in guys that didn't make it, you know. So it's just like you meet so many good dudes, and that's why you smile or be happy for someone else when they get their payday or they make the Pro Bowl or they win the Super Bowl. You know, it's just like, damn, you know, I came in with dude. You know, it's like, man, he's still balling. You know how it is.
Yeah,
like, he's still doing his thing.
Sure.
Like,
that's why I'm super proud. You know, Draymond, talk to him all the time.
Yeah.
You know, we're all in the same draft. Me, him, Harrison Barnes, all these people. Anthony Davis. You know, he was the first pick of the first round. You know, but I want to know about who you hugged first, moms, pops. What was that conversation like? Because my first hug was obviously mom's. But then, like, me and pops, like, my pops is not an emotional dude.
I'm cool. Like, I'm super chill though, man.
Really?
Like, I'm always like, well, you know, on the cheek, like, I mean, it was love, but I know I had a lot of people.
Emotional, man. It's
Huh?
okay to say you were emotional.
Oh, I did kind of tear up on the stage.
See, look
Bro,
at
this
you.
was so long ago. I was like, all the hard work. You know, it was tough. Now you got to sell it a little bit. You know, when the sponsors started coming in after that, they respected the story. But nah, it was, the fan was there, man. Hugged everybody, dapped them up, man. Yeah, it was cool.
No,
man.
you in the league.
Yeah, man. Just even think about it. Like, it's always crazy, bro. It's always crazy. Just like the whole journey.
2015. 2015 was a special year because that's the year I got my ring, and you were getting drafted that year.
Yeah. You got a ring. I became a millionaire.
It's a good year.
First generational. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
My man.
It's like
my man.
it was, and I
Got a
didn't,
check.
and I dropped out of school. You know, I'm not proud of that, but like, you know, man, that was the path that was chose for me. I got to go back to school and finish my degree. I know it ain't Vandy, but you know it's Georgia though.
Hey, it's all right, man. It's all SEC, like I said. SEC
okay,
love.
friendly competition. Did you hate Tennessee?
Why'd you bring that up? Why you bring it up?
They
UT?
just like
UT, yeah,
they lame, bro.
We ain't get along with UT very much.
They ain't really about nothing anyway. What about Florida?
Who was y'all? Florida. We always had some good.
Yeah, it was always on go. Like I wanted to fight them all the time. Them in South Carolina.
I still don't understand how y'all fight in football because the whole game is a fight.
I know.
Y'all, everything you're doing is people hitting each other. How y'all even have energy to
fight? We be
fight?
getting out of character, man. We be acting up. We don't be thinking sometimes. We just snap, but you know that ain't the way the game plays. So you try to play it. Try to play what they say in between the whistle. You know. So we try to do it the right way. But I don't know, man. Sometimes it just get heated out there. You know how it is. People.
No, but I'm saying, yeah, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, y'all are already every play. If I got a problem with somebody in football, why don't you just you could just go a little extra hard the next play? You know what I mean?
Nah,
go
because
target.
sometimes it don't even be the person you going up against. It might just be a DB just talking, you know, or just like somebody, you know, like it could be a quarterback, and you know the quarterbacks they invincible, so you can't really get to them.
The dude that was the number one running back that y'all were teammates together. Did he get drafted too?
Yeah, he got drafted. He left the next year. He went like fourth, fifth round. He went to the Redskins. So yeah, man, all my boys, it was just cool, man. He doing good for himself too. You know, he went to school, finished, he graduated, and you know he played in the league for a couple of years, and you know he's on that second path. So we just always be chopping it up too. You know, just it's still cool to just be able to just kind of see somebody else's journey and success and still have that bond too, so you know how it is, man. It's cool.
Rookie year, you in the league.
Yeah.
And so you're still recovering though. You're still recovering from your ACL.
I came back like the second game. My second game was like against the Steelers. My boy Mike Vick, Big Ben had got hurt. Mike Vick came in. I'm like, oh, it's lit. I'm like, it's lit. Like Michael Vick, quarterback, my first game.
Wow.
Yeah, like that was cool. I had like 6 carries for like 9 yards. It was like terrible.
So Mike Vick is the quarterback your game, but like, is it like? Because my first game is Kobe.
Yeah.
Was that the same feeling? Was that the same feeling?
Yeah, your first year is that's Mike Vick. You know, like Clay Matthew, Julius Peppers. You know, after that it's like, oh, that's 7. You know, it's like that's 7. You know, that's 52. Like, you know. They just come a number at that point. They just on the scouting report. Like, it's up. You know, you kind of get a little fanned out. Like, one of my second or third games. Like, I'm from North Carolina. And, you know, the biggest dude kind of to really make it out of there in my area was Julius Peppers. So, he's like, what up? He was like, what up, 25 NC? You know, that's the area code. He's like, NC. I'm like, oh,
you know who you are.
I'm like, oh, yeah. You know, it's like, I'm playing. And he the enemy or whatever, but it's just like, I'm like, dang, yo, that's cool. You feel me? Like, but then after that, you know, your second year, it's just like everybody just numbers at that point.
But you rocking your first year.
But it's always love, though.
You rocking your first year.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't had no tape, man. Didn't have no tape. A lot of people probably didn't even know when I was going to play. So, Yeah, we just came out on the road. Man, it was up. It's been up.
Well, you gotta explain something to me though, because I read this and I don't understand it. It said that after like 4 games, 8 games, I don't remember how many games, but it said they put your cleats and your jersey in the Hall of Fame.
But you know, they do that for like, I don't know, bro. You know, they find it'd be a record broken every day.
Your rookie year though?
Yeah, but it's gonna be another rookie that's gonna do that too though. You know, like it's always something. Like next year, I promise you, it's gonna be a record broken, or you know, ESPN, the analytics, the data, they be finding something. They be like, since 1961 started,
I always try to figure out.
I was the first running back to rush for 5 straight games of 119 yards now. But then it's somebody else that done did it 130 yards. So it's just like, but it's cool though, bro. Like it's all like, you know, because that's the things you dream of or you see and you want to accomplish. Like that's the goal. That's for you to be able to keep playing, keep getting picked up, or get your payday. So it's like.
Did you go up and see it, the Hall of Fame?
So we used to do the rookie symposium. We used to have to go up to Canton, Ohio. They don't do that anymore. But yeah, I've been up there. But I haven't went when they put that. But I bet they took that junk right back out. Like, you know, they gotta keep doing all this stuff. You got these Odell Beckhams and the Todds, the Saquons, the McCaffrey, Derrick Henry. Like, they probably just keep like swapping it out. You know, just from like. Just different records, different accomplishments and stuff like that.
But your name is going up.
No,
so
for
it's
sure.
Like the people are talking about you now.
Oh yeah.
Now you rock through and you're a rookie of the year. But then like
Yeah.
tell me about the rest of your rookie year. How, you know what I mean? Like how long did it take you to get comfortable?
Once I scored my first touchdown, I guess.
You're like, oh, I'm
Took
on
like
now.
4 games, bro. I was like, man, I'm a touchdown guy. Like I love touchdown. I want to get yards too, but like I get them points on the board.
And you say you don't have no touchdown dance though, bro.
Nah, man, I'm very humble, just chill. Don't really celebrate. I ain't really extra, bro. I don't really be saying too much on the field. I just really work hard and just try to play my game, do my job on that part.
So first year, Rams.
Yeah, St. Louis too. Shout out to Sweetie Pies. Great food,
Sweetie
food,
Pies.
fire. Yeah, first year, man, we was in St. Louis. Then we found out we was going to L.A. We found out like just watching TV, just regular. Went to L.A. And that's just like I feel like that's when I kind of like, you know, it was just like, man, I found kind of like my personality. Like I always kind of been that person, like, you know, outgoing person or whatever. To myself too, but just like, you know, try to take advantage of the opportunity, especially just being rookie of the year. But that's what just having a great team, you know, being with Roc Nation, and them just kind of just really.
That's how you started, was Roc Nation?
Yeah, I started with them. Yep, I started with them too.
Why did you pick Roc Nation?
Man,
what was the thing that you saw?
Shout out my man OG Juan. He was
OG Juan.
Yeah,
my
Juan. I really just trusted him.
Good people.
Yeah, great people. Still my guy. I don't know, man. I felt like, because at this time, it was the contracts were slotted anyway in the NFL, so that part didn't really matter. And then, I just felt like I believed their vision, and I had a great relationship with Juan. And then I felt like everything else is like, I'm not really I want to have a great team. I want to have great people, but like, I don't think stuff just falls on other people's plate. Like, you still have to go to them with a plan, and you still have to, put the work in on the field, because at the end of the day, like, to get the sponsors or to get, they want great people, great genuine people, but that's half of us anyway. We are already good dudes. We came from nothing, so we already appreciative of everything that we have. So I feel like just being with them and going with them, man, it was just like a blessing. And still with them, like I ain't changed my agency yet. Still with those guys, because they've been with me, from the beginning, and I rock with them. So it's all love, man. And they, the opportunities there is phenomenal. Just having those good relationships and doing just different deals. But like I said, man, credit to myself for being able to get that. But then also, to my team. So it's not always about you know, just the athlete sometimes. It's a lot that go in behind it.
For
Like,
sure.
you know,
For sure.
like us just being here right now. Like, my man's got he got the setup. Like,
yeah, we got
you
a
know,
team of
like,
people over here
it's
that's
a team,
helping
bro.
us.
So everybody
sound
is
good,
always
everything.
behind the scenes. Like, the guys might not never get, you know, and that ain't what it's about. Like, sometimes we want to just chill. We don't want to get, you know, awards and stuff like that. But it's just like, that's kind of just what comes with the hard work. But I mean, you look at the most humble guys that just, you know, the guys like Kawhi Leonard, you know, champion, you know, finals MVP, and he's just super chill and quiet. And, you know, that's how a lot of the guys that work with me, or, you know, that I work with, they just chill, man, you know, in the back.
So
don't want to be all in the limelight.
It's just you that's the loud one.
Yeah, pretty much. Me and my dad. Shout out my pops, man. He's super. That's my guy right there. He cool.
What's Pop's name?
Todd Gurley too.
Todd Gurley.
Yeah, the man with the plan.
So you go from St. Louis. P.S. By the way, you're in college for 4 or 3 years.
3 years.
And
You got to
so
St.
you
Louis
gotta,
at 20.
yeah. So you got a squad. Now you gotta get used to another squad.
Yeah.
Is that weird? Is that I feel like you're good
What
at
was weird
making.
for me was the losing, like, cause NFL you would lose a lot more than you would, like, growing up. I mean, I probably lost like, you know, it's some guys like Kyler Murray. I think they lost like 0 games. So like, you know, when you get to college, I mean, the
Yeah,
NFL,
pro.
yeah, you kind of, you know, 10-6. That's a kind of a decent season. You might make the playoffs. So you just kind of gotta, you know, balance out the emotions, like the highs with the lows, and, you know, never be too high, never be too low. Just kind of just always be even keel, and just take it, you know, week by week. You get too far ahead, worrying about another opponent, and you could be out the playoffs, bro. So it's just crazy. Like, yeah, we lost like, I think we went like 7-9.
Oh,
That's
wow,
probably
yeah.
the whole. That's probably like the whole amount of games I lost, like my whole, you know, life type thing.
You a school top 10 every year. Y'all came to Vandy, got a loss at Vandy. You know,
Yeah. Look at the
we talk
guys like
about
they go to
that.
Alabama.
Yeah.
You know, those guys win.
Win
Like,
all
they
the time,
you feel
yeah.
me? So it's just like, that's why like a lot of the young cats. You know, hopefully if y'all listen to this, just, you know, man, hey, it happens all the time. Like, dreams really do come true. It might not. You might go through something for 9 years, but it might have prepared you for that 10th year. You go to another team and you win that Super Bowl, and you super excited, and you just like, damn, I dreamed of this. And you got the opposite where some guys don't get it either. But, you know, you got to still look at the opportunity like, well, I got the experience, I got to play. They always say, like, playing in the NFL is a privilege. Yeah, like, I don't like to say privilege, but, like, yeah, we don't ever take it for granted. You know, like, we earned this as well. But the lead is no bigger, you know, than nobody. You know, it's going to be another Todd Gurley. Like, it's going to be, you know, great quarterbacks that just keep coming and coming. So, you know, I feel like we just all got to embrace each other and keep paving the way for each other. You know, 20 years from now, hopefully it's a running back that's getting $100 million, and we like, not even 20 years, 5 years from now, you know, and it's a guy, hopefully, you know.
Shoot, when
I know
Odell's-
Eric Dickerson don't want to hear this, but, like, you know, break his record, you know, but just, you know, records are meant to be broken, and you know, you like to see that type of stuff, man. And being older now, you, like, get to keep up with the younger guys. So just like how guys be like, I remember watching you all the way at Georgia, like, and vice versa. So you always love to see that.
That's crazy to me that you said one of the older guys when you're 26. Is that how 26 is older guys in the NFL?
Yeah. Once
That
you about
actually
4 or
happened.
5, like, once you
5
like
years
5
in.
years, yeah, bro.
I was watching the NBA
Because
game.
it's 3.5
the
years, like.
That's the average career. And I was watching some game the other day, and there was a kid who, like, I remember people talking about him when he was in high school. And I was watching the game, they were like, yeah, like, he's a veteran in the NBA. And I was like, wait, what? The veteran? I forget who it was. It was the Real Wright's brother. But yeah, no, he was talking about him like, yo, he's a veteran. I'm like, wow, that's crazy how time flies.
Yeah,
That's
no,
why we got to appreciate it.
Yeah,
When we
you
talk
gotta
about this stuff,
appreciate it, bro.
we got to
You gotta
appreciate
appreciate
the time that we used and the time that we've played and the things that we got to do.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Always be grateful, man. Like, the opportunity to be blessed, especially just being some, young cats, with all odds against us and not even supposed to be here, but just like be able to break that barrier and just keep doing it, setting an example for the ones behind us, and thankful for the ones that was in front of us. So it's just kind of all cool, bro. Just like the whole cycle.
I want to go back to you being in LA now.
Yeah, I'm out here.
You out here in LA.
I'm out here, bro.
But this is your second year though. Like in your second year, you come out to LA, right? Or is it the end of your first year?
What?
When did you come out to the LA Rams?
Nah, I've been in LA since 2016. I've been living here since 2016. I told you when we found out on like ESPN, that's when I moved out here.
You got traded out here.
Nah, the team from St. Louis, they went from St. Louis to LA. The Rams.
What am I doing? I forgot. I'm thinking, I forgot about that. No.
See, I
forgot about that. St. Louis
shout
Rams.
Out to the Lou, man. The Lou was.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So we came out here. So I've been out here since 2016, bro. But people think I'm like from. Everybody think I stay in Georgia, but I stay out here. But I be chilling, man. I be, people don't know where I stay, but they know where I be at.
LA Rams. Now you in LA.
Yeah.
It's different.
LA.
It's a little different.
Yeah, it's way different.
Lights a little bigger.
It's
maybe.
Yeah, it make you want to go bald though. It's just like it's lit. The weather's good.
Weather's good.
Cali living, playing. End up going to a Super Bowl like my 4th year. We lost. So close. Lost to the GOAT.
But you can't just jump over that though. You went to the Super Bowl. It's like me saying, I went to
the Super Bowl and we played in Atlanta too.
Tell me about the experience, man. Like, go take me through that.
Man, the whole experience was cool, bro. It was like super, super dope. It went by super fast. You know how everybody try to hype it up, like, oh, you're gonna be doing media. Like, the media was cool because it was kind of like open mic type of thing, but like at like a radio row. So Super Bowl gets super hyped up. Like, it's Super Bowl. I love going out there. So it was cool, man. And then be able to just like, you always watch Tom Brady, and then here I go, 20 years later, like playing against this dude and fucking losing. Like, God damn it, like.
I've won and I've lost.
Yeah.
And I say, if whatever you think about winning the championship, it's way better than that. But whatever you think about losing the championship, it's way worse than that.
God. Yeah, I seen something like Tom Brady said. He was like, he'll give back 2 rings to go 16-0 that season.
Man.
Or whatever, go undefeated the whole time.
That's what I would.
Yeah, bro. Shit sucks. Fuck it, though. It's life. You definitely learn from stuff from like, you learn from stuff like that just as a player, know how to deal with things. And dang, I didn't even know.
Just sleeping here the whole time.
Up now. Nah, it was cool though. It was a blessing. Like, it was love. It was an opportunity.
What did that teach you though? So like you go through, and that's what I want to talk about. So you go through a loss like that, and you actually didn't play that game. But
I played, but I ain't play like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I probably played like, I don't know, not that many snaps though. But it was, like I said, that part you can't control, and I kind of learned that just from being able to experience with life, go through different things. Like, you can't control what you can't control. So, like, that's why I just appreciate just being in the game, just playing in the game. Like I played in the Super Bowl at the end of the day. Like, I didn't win, but it's a blessing. And, it was definitely a dream come true. Yes, you want to win, but it just teach you to just keep being hungry. You learn, like, just keep going. Don't give up. But, stuff that's not in your control, like, you can't control that. But, as the athlete, you just try to keep working and just, because everybody want to get that Super Bowl, man. But be close. You be close. And some guys never even get the opportunity, but you never know what can happen, man. Football crazy. A team can be in the Super Bowl one year and then next year not even be in the playoffs and vice versa.
Is that what happened? Is that what happened with y'all?
Yep, we didn't even make the playoffs the next year. Yep. We didn't even make the playoffs the next year. San Fran, they ended up making it, and they probably went won like 4 games the year before when we went. So, yeah, it's crazy.
A lot of turnover in that sport. A lot of people, new people every year.
Yeah, injuries. Yeah. That's why I tell them, like, ain't nobody replaceable, because if that was the case, it wouldn't be a draft every year. It wouldn't be a recruiting class every year. Like, you got to get people in. You got to get people out.
There's nobody irreplaceable. That's right.
Yeah, so it's just like you got to just keep – that's just how football works, bro. And just, new coaches, they don't really – they might get about 3 years, and then maybe they get let go. So you got a whole new staff, and then if you're going to lose, you're going to lose with people that you drafted, not guys that just got fired, with their players. Like, you're going to get your own team. So it's just all that stuff.
All right, we're not going to jump over, because I want to talk about you going from team to team, but we're not going to jump over the fact that you went from St. Louis to L.A.
Yeah.
And so I still want to know what it's like to play under these big lights, to be in Hollywood, to be – because you at some point you finished second MVP voting.
Yeah, I guess I did, huh?
So
that's crazy.
So we know your name. You out here. How you handling the spotlight? How you handling all this stuff? What kind of advice would you give to other people who have that spotlight on them?
Just enjoy it, man. Like, really just enjoy it. Like, I don't know. Like, even when you just said it just then, I'm like, damn, okay. I guess I did come second in MVP. But it's just like, enjoy. When you're young, you enjoy it, but you don't really
think about it like that.
Like, you going here from here. That's why, like, the older you get and, the less time, the less, minutes you play and the less opportunities you have, you start embracing those. But you always embrace it, but you just embrace it a little bit more because you get older, you know what I'm saying? So, and you have more experience, and you realize it's like,
it's crazy that we get to do this.
Yeah, but like being here in LA was like, it was cool. Like, it was love. You got everybody at the games, like, it's going down. Like, it's LA, bro. It's LA.
We're talking about you playing the NFL, but I also want to talk about the human aspect. So you get traded to, or actually, you signed with a new team.
Yeah, I got cut. I got cut from the Rams.
So you signed
last year.
You signed your deal. You signed a big deal.
Where we at right now? New team or what?
All right, so no, so we stopped at Super Bowl. So
Super Bowl.
A few years, you had an MVP voting. You would finish second in that. Then you signed a deal.
I signed a deal. I signed that. Yeah, after that.
Was that 2 years? 3 years?
After 3 years, after my third year. So, like I said, bro, I was just playing. That drink just happened to come.
I feel like there's a lesson in there too. It's just the fact that like you were just focused on. And I think so. I had this thing recently where this kid was asking me about like, what is it like? Like, how can I shoot from half court like Steph? And I'm like, you worry about the wrong thing. Like, you can't try to get the reward, the last thing, from the beginning. Like, you got to focus on like being good all the way till you get to that point. Because he had to get comfortable inside. And the same thing. What you're saying is like,
just playing this game,
playing the game. How did you? I'm just really curious about this mentality, dog. Like, because it's easy. I'm telling you, because
I just probably learned. I don't know. I probably got it from my parents though.
When you playing pro, there's a lot of things that come into play. Now you talking about money. Now you talking about teammates beefing, like you said. There's some people who don't get the opportunity unless something happens to the person who's starting. And now you're starting.
For sure.
How do you still keep that mentality of, I'm just playing the game? You know what I mean?
I don't know, bro. Because I'm always like, not like why me, but like how me. How me, like. How did I get here? Like out of everybody, and it just be crazy. And I take it on my shoulder, and I just stand tall. But I just keep working, man. I just keep working, like, and I always want to be great at something. Like, I don't know, bro. It's just a blessing. Like, I can't really explain it. I really can't. Like, everything just kind of really just worked out for me. You know how, like, it'd be like I don't have a plan B. It's just like I'm just living my life and just being good to people, working hard, and got rewarded for it. You know, got rewarded for it after 3 years. You know, got a good payday, and you know, but also that could be, you know, the reason why later down the road you get cut too, because of salary stuff. So you gotta kind of know all this stuff. Just
you gotta take the good with the bad.
Like but you see it though. You gotta really be prepared in the NFL and understand, like, okay, this can happen, this can happen. You know, after each year, it's just like sit down, not really, you write it down, take notes, or just memorize it. Like, hey, this scenario can happen, this scenario can happen, but you know, try not to be shocked. Go back to what I said, like, life is super simple sometimes. We just overcomplicate it, where it's just like a lot of stuff is not out of it's out of your control, but you really just got to keep working and just have that mindset. Like, I was going past a graduation today, and it was about 20 cars in front of I think high school. And then I seen 2 Hispanics. They was out there, and one had like flowers, and then one had balloons, and like every single car had balloons. Damn near every single car had balloons, and I seen that, and I'm just like, yo, that, like, them real workers. Like, they really, like, it's simple though. All you gotta look up is a high school graduation. Go out there, stand out front. Like, I was that kid, like, selling waters, like, trying to just, like, you know, just trying to, like, selling candy in high school, like, you know, Gatorades, like, just really just trying to work. We're trying to, you know, just trying to hustle and just try to just, like, do something better.
My hustle in high school in Nigeria was, so I went to boarding school. If I was a day student, meaning I could go home and come back. And so I'd buy food from outside, because the school food wasn't that great. And I would buy food from outside and I would sell it at the school. That was my little thing. But that mentality, man, it never goes away.
Can't teach that, bro.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? I was giving my aunt whatever money we was using to use the cart. So that was like my agency fees that you pay now. So it's just like,
so you got used to the agency. Yeah, I didn't have no agency back then. So
yeah.
So I didn't get used to that. So tell me about, you know, going through the process of getting, you know, now you got cut.
Yeah.
That's the first time you going through a free agency period.
Yeah. It was so quick because, like, I ended up getting signed, like, the next day. So it wasn't like a, dang, you know, I didn't really get it. Yeah, I really didn't get a chance. It was like Atlanta hit me. And
so it's almost like a trade. It almost felt like a trade because it happened so quick.
I definitely got cut. If it was a trade, my payday would have been the same. You feel? I always had a bet to him. He was like, one bet told me, it's like, hey, if you want to do anything, get traded, because that money's still going to come in. It's like, I don't know, Conor McGregor, somebody's like, they said, you know, they was like, they with you one day, they against you the next. Just make sure you get paid both days. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, so I, like, that process was just like, bang, bang. But this year, it's a lot different because, like, you know, I'm still a free agent now. I took some visits, talk to some teams, but just like, yes, it's new for me. It's new for me, but like I seen, you know, older players in the past, you know, deal with free agency, and I know like, all right, that's a possibility, but I also know like, I see how they handle things too. I always learn from others and see good people like set good examples. So, you know, it's just like the word character. You know, you never know. You are who you are when no one is watching. You really never know who's watching you, like setting that example. So that's why you know, in the locker room they always have like that he's a cancer to the team. It could be negative, you know, but then it could be positive. But I always, you know, me and my homie, we always say the same reason they'll love you, the same reason they'll hate you.
But you gotta be you regardless, man. Dude, that's something that I keep that in my head all the time. It's like, yo, your character is who you are when nobody's watching. Like, dude, I see you work every day. Like we work out together every day, and the same energy you bring wherever on the court is the same energy you come with every day. Whether it's talking, bringing energy to the room. I just told you when you walked in here, like, yo, the workouts ain't the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just that idea of you just bring it.
Nah,
regardless.
for sure. Like, I still, got teammates that hit me up on other teams. They like, man, we miss you over here, man. Like, people that work for organizations and stuff. And, like, that's why I always just be solid, man, because you never know. You always try to be good to people, too, because, like, that graduate assistant that you was with at Georgia that you might have frowned upon. Now he's the big-time assistant coach or, defensive coordinator. So it's just like, and you just never know, man. Just word of mouth, like.
I've seen a lot of stuff
just
like
networking and stuff like that. So,
dude, there was a guy who used to work in the locker room when I got to the Warriors as a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
And we always used to be in the gym late at night. And we'd be hanging out, talking. I didn't think nothing of it. Like you said, you just treat everybody the same way.
Yeah, for sure.
And now I look back, and I just played in the G League bubble earlier this year. And they were like, oh, yeah, call this guy. I'm like, wait, he's the GM of the team? That's crazy. The dude, and it's just this idea that you never know who you're dealing with. And this dude, me and him are kicking it the whole time in the G League bubble. Like, it's just the idea is you never know who you're going to deal with, so you got to treat
It's just like with the coaches and stuff, they go hire their friends, or they might hire someone that they coached before on another team. So it's all about those connections, those relationships, for sure.
So now, looking for a new home.
Yeah, man. Looking for a new home, man. I want to win. Want to win for sure. It'll be interesting. But I'm at a good place, like I said, I've been able to set myself up to where if I don't play another down, like, obviously I want to still play, but I know that I'm grateful and I'm blessed for every opportunity. And then, financially, that's just a second thing. But it's just like, yeah, man, I'm just super blessed. Definitely still want to play, but we're gonna find out, man. Hopefully, I'm trying to get somewhere. Trying to score some more touchdowns, man. Get some yards, and then help out the younger guys too. Just show them like, just have fun, man. Enjoy yourself. You're gonna have, those games where you're gonna have 100 yards, or you might have 60 yards, but learn from it all, man, and then just have fun together, because it ain't nothing like having success and then someone else having success with you. And with the old saying, ain't no fun, let the homies can't get none. So it's like everybody just have fun, and what's better than one successful person too, and then just both having fun, living life, and doing what kids supposed to do, and then start turning to be a grown up and start understanding these things. But I'm not expecting anyone that's 21 years old to understand 30-year-older, you know what I'm saying? That's what people with old souls are for. So I just say live life, man, and enjoy yourself. But that's what I'm looking for, definitely to win, but then also to be able to help out, definitely a younger cat. Or it's crazy because I see saying younger cat, but I'll only be going into my 7th year.
Who was that person for you? Being a younger cat, when you were a younger cat, who was the person you?
We got a lot of those guys. My boy,
you.
Me. A lot of them, man. I mean, like my guy Benny Cunningham, him and Chase Reynolds. Those guys was like, them guys. We always used to joke and laugh about stuff, but it's just crazy how we can sit back today and just still have good, genuine conversations and be blessed for every opportunity. My boy Will Hayes, and seeing guys like Chris Long and Robert Quinn, just experiencing it all. Ogletree, like good guys, man.
They teach you about life, about business, about basketball, football.
Everything, man. Just kind of just how they is with their family, how they approach different situations, but then also the football part, dealing with being traded, dealing with being cut, like. So I'm already seeing these things before it happens. So it's like it's not a shock or a surprise. So you kind of get it, and you try to see it from other point of views too, instead of just yours. You try to see it from both point of views. So, shout out to all the guys just being able to play with them. guys like, DeAndre, Julio, that just showed love and then, gave game and knowledge as well. So it's cool, man, just having a lot of good friends around the league because everybody come from the same type of background and have different stories. But just for all us to be here, it's just like, yeah, And you're always going to get tested. It's like with football or sports, period, man. Like, you can be the best in the world, but, like, people just going to always try you. Like, oh, you're not this, you're not that. But it's not even about that. It's just about perfecting your craft, keep doing good, but then, providing for your family and just knowing who you are as a person, too.
Think about it. Like, LeBron is in his, 17th, 18th year? After 17 years of playing basketball, people are still talking about if he doesn't win this game, this is his legacy right here. Yeah. So you telling me that everything I've done all these 17 years, you going to tell me year 17 when I'm 38 years old?
How you go out?
This is what determines my legacy. Like, come on, man.
And you can't really worry about that stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's hard not, it's all with social media and the radio, but it's just like.
How do you handle that? How do you handle social media? How do you handle, like, all the critics?
I'm that type of person, like, I laugh at people, like you said, whatever. I'm like, man, he had a sorry game. So, like, I'm a realist, like, I joke, all day, every day. So, like, I can't get mad at somebody, joke on me because I'm like, I'm going to take it and I'm going to dish it out too. So, it be all love. Like, it be funny, man. The internet funny as hell. It's undefeated. Like, you can't win. You can't win.
No, you can't.
You can't win. Like, it's funny, though. Like, I enjoy it, though. Like, and you can't always, like, look at. That's what's wrong with us. We always see the 10 negative comments, but we overlook the thousands.
Hundreds
the good jobs, but it's like the F you Todd, you suck. Like, man, you can't really worry about that. Like, and then most of the time when you respond back, they be like, I'm just kidding, man. Big fan. So you just be like, I'm over here tripping on the internet. But, like, yeah, I know some people, you got different athletes, man. Some people take everything to heart. That's how they might get, fired up for the game, something like that. So,
are you saying that about me?
Yeah, some people, like, really personal. For me, I know it's just like, like, you think I want to mess up? Like, nobody wants to go out there and fumble or whatever, turn the ball over. So, yeah, man. But, that's what comes with the game, too. That's what comes with the game.
All right, so we winding down now. Speaking of the game, put us on game, man. So, like, you talked about business and doing some stuff to set yourself up. And for any of the young athletes out there who we hear all the stuff about, people who lose money, people who mismanage, and, everybody got their hand out. How did you handle all that? Because you talked to me the other day. You got a great support system.
Yeah, I got a great support system, man. Good people, like. That's what it starts with, surrounding yourself, because you can surround yourself with messed up people or
how do you even figure out who's good people? Because everybody got a face.
I mean, sometimes it might take a long time for somebody to show you their true colors. Sometimes sometimes longer than not. But now it ain't even about that. It's just about knowing people and just surrounding yourself. Like, you can know. You can test people. You can put people to test.
Yeah.
You can be like, all right, I'm gonna just call this person. I'm gonna just call this person when I want to party, or every time I'm partying, let's see what this person do, and they always pop up. But if you want a party friend, that's fine. That's fine. But if you want a friend that's also gonna show up to your event, but then show up to the party too, like, you can have that too. It's just like, it's all a balance, man. But that's why I think just, dealing with, a lot of, athletes and people, period, seeing it every day in LA, just like the mental health stuff, because we get trapped up in being an athlete and all that different type of stuff, and then being able to, have to deal with the pressure of the media or the outside noise, and then the philanthropy stuff, a lot of the Black Lives Matter stuff going on right now, and trying to do stuff for the world, trying to make a difference, because I think that's where a lot of it comes from. It's just like, we get so blessed. It's just like how people helped us. We want to go help others.
somebody else.
We want to go help others, and then they just start becoming, you know, sometimes on the sports side they might not like that, like just shut up and, you know, play football or shut up and dribble. But like, nah, man, there's like real issues that's going on right now, and everyone has different areas they're from. Somebody might be from Chicago, somebody might be from North Carolina or Atlanta or LA. So that's why I feel like all that just come to play, man. Just being able to just get back and do a lot of good stuff. What else you talking about?
I know you don't like hyping yourself up, but I think it's important for people to hear this part too. Because you just got an award recently.
Yeah.
For, you know, what was it, a humanitarian award?
Nah, I was just been working with Rambo and YG, a strategic partner in telehealth vans, and we got presented by the mayor and the Councilman Price and Mayor Garcetti. For telehealth vans, it's telemedicine. We did our 5,000 visit within a year, and it's providing services for mental health, probation, where you can come with the vans. You know, they provide services that come outside your encampments or your home, and you meet with your therapist, you know, your doctor, your caseworker. So just being able to do that, but really just do it from the heart, and just try to make that difference. You know, like driving to the downtown every day, or driving to the stadium when I'm playing. Like, you see the homeless stuff that's going on, and it haven't been really getting better. So it's just like when you see stuff like that, you can't just ignore it. You know, like you just see it, and I think that's where it's just come from. Like, really being raised the right way, having great people around you to see that stuff, and then people like, you know, guys you can still get inspired from. I mean, guys our age, you know, still get inspired from guys like LeBron, who does the things that he does, and he doesn't have to do a damn thing. He doesn't owe anyone anything, but
he goes out
of his way, and he just set that blueprint, that green print, whatever you want to call it, like, for, you know, I'm more than an athlete. This dude has his own, you know, school. So, and you just see stuff like that, and you know where we come from, we just like, man, like, anything is possible, man. Like, anything is possible, and you can really, you know, make it come true.
You are more than an athlete. So tell
me,
sure. What else you got, man?
Man,
you coming out with an album soon?
No album, man.
Artist, drawing? What's up? Are you writing a book?
No album right now. I am. I'm getting familiar with the book space. Shout out to Caitlin, man. She's been, you know, super helpful with me. She works with me with Roc. But really just doing stuff with my foundation. It's called Made Sports Foundation. It's called Making a Difference Every Day. Me, my brother, and one of my close friends, Jamie and Willis, you know, those guys are on the board with me, and we're just trying to figure out ways to just make a change, man, make a difference, and, you know, try to bring people along, the young kids, teach them manners, teach them, you know, how to just be grateful and respectful. And then, you know, you don't just have to be football or athlete, you know, or a rapper or something like that, man. You can really do whatever you want, and let yourself define what success is. You know, if that's, you know, owning a boutique, or, you know, owning a studio, or whatever it is, man, whatever makes you happy, and learning just how to be, you know, to live a regular life, because sometimes we take just that little stuff for granted for people that can't even do stuff. So just doing that, you know, got the PFL, Professional Fighters League going on. We had a great fight some great matches last night.
What is this league?
It's an MMA league. You can catch it on ESPN. Shout out to Professional Fighters League. It's an MMA fighting league, man. They hold it down. Shout out my guy, Don Davis over there. My people, Ethan and Beth, at Beyond Meat. You know, those guys over there, they great people, you know, great people. So just being able to surround myself with great people that I'm learning about these different types of things, and getting equity and stuff, or being, you know, having ownership and stuff. So it's just like, a little kid like me, I would have never thought that type of stuff. So being able to use my mind, and for the kids, you know, like, take your time. It's okay to not know what you don't know. It's okay to not know what you don't know. And if you don't know anything, like, it's okay to just take your time and step back, because you don't have to be in this and that. Like, take your time to do the research or the trust. Get that trust in the people. And I don't know it all, and I don't claim to know it all, but I'm still learning, and still getting better. But I also know, we got to definitely take care of our money, because most of us, like I said, we're first generation of millionaires, and nobody can teach us, and we're young. We're coming from college where we were living off a budget, to now we can, instead of going to Pizza Hut, for $5 pizza, like, I can eat steak and lobster now. But you can't do, you got to know your budget. You can't go hang out with the high rollers sometimes. Sometimes if your budget is, pizza one night, you got to get pizza one night. If you want to drink 1942, or, you can just drink the Casamigos. So it all comes into place, man. But it's just about being smart. Definitely enjoy yourself, and then I just try to make smart decisions.
That's one of the things I got from talking to you, is definitely enjoy the journey.
Enjoy yourself,
you gotta
man.
Enjoy it.
Living my life like it's golden.
What's success to you? Because you've P.S.
Yeah.
Full circle. That song you played after you were drafted, the second song, "One Man Can Change the World."
Yeah.
That's exactly what you're doing now. And you're doing that with young kids' lives. But when you look at yourself and you look at your journey, what does success mean to you?
For me, it's being able to have a platform, like successful person or success period.
Just whatever.
I think success is being able to do something, potentially a goal you could have written down, or something that really just kind of happens, not overnight, but through a process where you feel good. It's an accomplishment where it's that, it's like petting a dog or having your favorite food. It's like, oh, I feel good about myself or where I'm going in life. Like
it's
I said,
progress.
It's progress. It's just like getting that award, getting that offensive, that's success, or going to college, but it varies for different people, because everyone's circumstances is different. Everyone wasn't able to play football or play sports. So that's why I said, it's like, hey, we always, as people, we kind of always like, man, we got to do this, we got to do that. Like, sometimes it takes time. It takes time. We always look at these guys, the Elon Musk and the Jeff Bezos, but we like, hey, man, these guys are, 20 years older than us. Like, we got time too, like.
I went to eat with a guy who's a mentor of mine, and this dude he just bought his second jet. We're having conversation about all this stuff he has. And at some point he stopped and I was like, man, he's like, what do you want to do after basketball's over? I said, well, I got these things I could do. He said, make sure you do something that you love. And he talked about he's like, yo, I'm 66. I'm in chapter 6 of my life. You're just in chapter 3. And with that, he was like, yo, you have so many pages to write in your book. Just kind of like how you said earlier, you don't have to jump into everything.
Yeah,
just study something and be good at that thing, and it's going to lead you to other things.
Or try it out. Like, if you want to start your own podcast and like, I don't think I'm feeling it, but at least you tried it, and
that's how
a lot
I
of
felt.
people we're so we're scared of other people's opinions, and we're always scared. We're always scared to fail too. No one wants to fail. No one wants to get fired, but you can't prepare for that. You can't prepare for getting fired or prepare for failure. Like, you can just learn and just take those with you, because a lot of millionaires, they don't, inherit, their wealth. They failed multiple times. That's why, like, it's just different, where business and sports is like, you can fail multiple times, but You know, it just takes that one time, and like it goes back to what you're saying. Like you don't have to, you know, do this. Just jump all over the board. Like you just find
do what
something
you love,
something
man.
you love.
Be okay with, and that's part of how we can get hurt and come back, because people are like, yo, how do you do that? How can you come back from ACLs? Just the fact that, yo, I love this thing so much that I'm gonna go through whatever.
Curse.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through whatever. People give people this label of like, man, like you got injured. This is bad. But it's like, yo, you know how hard it is to work your way back and be a great player after you get injured? It's the dedication. Like we were talking about this the other day. I was like, yo, I got to cut out sugars. I got to cut out alcohol. I got to cut out all these different things. Not that I drink before, but it's like I got to make these sacrifices if I want to get to where I'm trying to get to. And this is sacrifices that I see you making.
It's a balance, yes. Yeah. Like you see athletes all the time, and it's just like stuff or people. You know, it's just like, man, you could have waited. You know, to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, it's all a balance. It's a time and a place for everything. It's just like when the season starts and some players, they lock in, you know, no more partying, no nothing. Like, it's time to lock in. So, and you got to figure out, you know, the older you get, you got to figure out, you know, what works for me. You know, do I want to go on a diet during the season, and then the off season I don't go on a diet? So,
balance for sure.
Yeah, you got to figure out what works for you.
Last question for you, bro. You got to talk to 15, 16, 17, you get to pick year-old Todd Gurley.
People always say that. I wouldn't tell myself nothing. The only thing I would tell myself, which I learned in college with getting suspended, is never let another person control you. You know, never let another one like control or dictate your future. Put your hands in someone else where they can control the outcome of you. You know, so always make sure you're doing the right things and you know, setting yourself up for the future, because that's the worst thing to hear was like, man, someone did this to me, because you allowed them, you know, to get close to you or vulnerable where, you know, you knew you wasn't doing something wrong, and then you have someone that's not good for you. So it's just like being able to, you know, never let someone control your situation. Always, you know, try to control your situation. But, man, like I say, I wouldn't tell myself nothing, man. I mean, I did what I was supposed to do. And some stuff I did what I wasn't. But it all worked out. Yeah, it's all a part of life, and I'm super grateful for, like, every opportunity.
The whole game. You put us on game.
Yeah,
Thank
man,
you, my
you
bro.
know how I do it, baby.
Thank you, my boy.
Yeah.
Man, thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate you, dog.
Yeah, man. It's your boy Todd Gurley, and what I'm supposed to say?
Actually, and we're out.
Hey, Festus here. I hope you liked that episode. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and here's some more episodes that you might like. On this side.